Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The error code P0138 describes a malfunction related to the secondary heated oxygen sensor, HO2S, specifically indicating a high voltage in the circuit. The secondary HO2S, also known as sensor 2, is part of the vehicle's emissions control system. Its primary role is to monitor the amount of oxygen in the exhaust gases after they pass through the catalytic converter. This sensor is typically located downstream of the catalytic converter in the exhaust system. If this circuit registers a voltage higher than expected, it can trigger the P0138 error, causing the vehicle's engine control module, ECM, to initiate a diagnostic trouble code. Recognizing the significance of this component is crucial to understanding its impact on engine performance and emissions compliance. The secondary HO2S, sensor 2, plays a vital role in ensuring appropriate emissions control by gauging the oxygen levels in exhaust gases after they have passed through the catalytic converter. High voltage readings, such as those indicated by the P0138 code, can severely impact the vehicle's emissions performance, leading to potential failure in emissions tests. This sensor typically resides in the exhaust stream after the catalytic converter, which allows it to measure the efficiency of the converter itself. When the circuit reports high voltage conditions, this may indicate an internal sensor fault or problems within the circuit connections. Identifying this error helps technicians pinpoint whether the issue is with the sensor, the wiring, or the engine control unit itself. Several potential causes can lead to the trigger of DTC P0138. One common cause is a faulty secondary HO2S. Sensors can degrade over time or malfunction, which directly impacts the voltage readings. Additionally, wiring issues can occur, such as damaged insulation or loose connections in the circuits, leading to the sensor or the powertrain control module, PCM. It's crucial to inspect these connections thoroughly to ensure there is no corrosion or wear that could affect performance. Lastly, malfunctions within the PCM itself can also cause erroneous readings or failures in interpreting the signals received from the secondary HO2S. These underlying causes must be carefully distinguished during the troubleshooting process to effectively resolve the issue. When DTC P0138 is triggered, several symptoms may manifest, affecting the vehicle's overall health. One key indicator is increased fuel consumption, as the engine may attempt to compensate for perceived oxygen levels by adjusting its air-fuel mixture, which ultimately reduces efficiency. Another common symptom is illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, signaling the driver that the vehicle requires attention due to an emissions-related issue. Poor engine performance is also prevalent, as improper readings from the secondary HO2S can lead to diminished engine power and responsiveness. Drivers should remain vigilant for these signs, as they indicate not just a malfunction, but also potential compliance issues with emissions regulations. In the first troubleshooting step for DTC P0138, start by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on position without starting the engine. This prepares the vehicle's systems for diagnostic checks. Next, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the DTC, resetting any stolen fault codes. After clearing, start the engine and hold the speed at approximately 3,000 RPM without loading it, for continuously variable transmissions in park or neutral for manual transmissions. The goal is to allow the radiator fan to activate, which should occur under these conditions, signaling that the engine is at an operational state. Following this, check the secondary HO2S parameters displayed on the HDS, specifically looking for readings above 1.27 volts. If the current condition meets this threshold, it confirms the duplication of the failure, prompting the next step in the diagnosis. The second troubleshooting step requires turning the vehicle's ignition to the off position. This is critical for both safety and to reset any diagnostic readings. After ensuring the vehicle is off, disconnect the connector for the secondary HO2S sensor 2, which usually comprises a 4-pin connector. Subsequently, you need to connect a jumper wire between the terminals A and B of this connector. Specifically, connect terminal A from secondary HO2S pin number 1 to terminal B pin number 2. Once the jumper is in place, turn the vehicle back to the on mode. Use the HDS again to check the HO2S S2 signal. It should ideally read more than 1.27 volts. If this condition matches, it points towards the next troubleshooting step. If not, it likely indicates a faulty secondary HO2S sensor, necessitating its replacement. In the third step, begin by turning the vehicle's ignition back to the off position. Removing the jumper wire from the secondary HO2S sensor 2 connector is essential before proceeding. Next, using another jumper wire, connect terminal A, pin number 2 of the secondary HO2S connector, to the vehicle body ground. This connection creates a pathway to measure if the signal wire from the secondary HO2S sensor to the PCM, powertrain control module, has integrity. Once the connection is established, turn the vehicle to the on position again. Assess the HO2S S2 signal with the HDS. It needs to read more than 1.27 volts. If this condition is met, it confirms that the SO2SG wire is functioning correctly, leading you to proceed to the next step. If not, you'll need to find and repair any open circuits in the SO2SG wiring between the PCM and the secondary HO2S sensor. For the fourth step, ensure that the vehicle is turned to the off position once again. This is critical before proceeding with checking the wiring. ASCS, Service Check System short, must be created using the HDS, continuing to prepare the diagnostic environment. Disconnect the PCM connector B, which has 51 pins. This step is vital for eliminating interference while assessing continuity. Now, check for continuity between the specified test points. The secondary HO2S connector, pin number 2, which is connected to body ground, and the PCM connector, pin number 17. If continuity is confirmed, this indicates that the SO2 wire is in good condition. At this juncture, update the PCM software to ensure it has the latest updates. If DTC P0138 clears after the update, then the troubleshooting is complete. Alternatively, if the issue persists following updates but resolves after substituting a known good PCM, it may indicate the need to replace the original PCM. After completing repairs related to DTC P0138, it's essential to conduct a final verification process. Begin by thoroughly inspecting all connections associated with the secondary HO2S sensor, ensuring proper attachment and that there are no frayed wires or corrosion. Once inspections are complete, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any diagnostic trouble codes stored in the system, including P0138. Next, take the vehicle for a test drive to evaluate its performance and confirm that the check engine light remains off. Observing stable emissions performance during the drive constitutes a positive sign that the issue has been resolved. If the check engine light reappears, further diagnosis will be required, as it could indicate that the original fault has not been adequately addressed. To prevent recurrence of DTC P0138 and ensure optimal vehicle performance, regular maintenance of the oxygen sensors is imperative. Schedule inspections at designated intervals to catch any signs of wear or damage before they lead to serious issues. Next, keep an eye on wiring harnesses leading to the sensors, looking for any signs of fraying or corrosion that could lead to connectivity problems. Maintaining the integrity of the exhaust system is also vital, as leaks or damage can affect sensor readings and overall engine performance. Additionally, regularly servicing the vehicle and maintaining clean fuel injectors can significantly reduce carbon buildup around the sensors, ensuring they function efficiently over time. In conclusion, understanding and addressing DTC P0138 is essential for ensuring compliance with emissions regulations and maintaining vehicle efficiency. The secondary HO2S sensor plays a pivotal role in monitoring exhaust emissions and ensuring that the catalytic converter is functioning effectively. Through a comprehensive troubleshooting approach, technicians can methodically isolate and resolve issues that arise within this system. Moreover, implementing preventive maintenance strategies will facilitate sustained sensor performance and help avoid the recurrence of such faults down the line. Ultimately, being diligent in both troubleshooting and maintenance will contribute significantly to the vehicle's longevity and operational integrity. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.